Hello and welcome. I hope we find you well today. We're here to discuss the benefits of implementing a targeted marketing campaign for the Healthy Move. This is to increase referring medical professionals, which will in turn increase patient numbers, creating some steady and continued growth, and create a positive cash flow, which will create a self-sustained or self-sufficient long-term company. So a bit of background on the Healthy Move. It is an exercise, or Healthy Move Exercise Physiology is an owner-operated business providing accredited exercise physiology services to the Central Coast of New South Wales. It currently receives its patients through GP referrals. There's around 10 of these GPs referring at present. It has a single staff member servicing a patient ledger of around 75 people through visitations to patients' homes and elected fitness centres or gyms. At present, there are no marketing initiatives in place to recruit medical professionals or patients other than word of mouth. So the Healthy Move currently has no online presence or marketing material. Current patient numbers only permit the business to run for around 3 days per week. They've shown some slow growth to patient numbers over the past 12 months. Now, there have been no new GPs have come on during that 12-month period either. They haven't been approached either. Current patients with Healthy Move always seem to express a high level of service, or express a high level of pleasure with the service and knowledge that's provided to them, which we believe has led to the high level of patient retention. So our objective is to assist the Healthy Move to increase its patient base, we will aim to do this by achieving the following goals. Introducing an online presence through websites, Facebook, etc. Develop some standard forms of educational and promotional material so we can streamline the marketing efforts and make it a lot easier to contact GPs. We're looking to increase the number of referring GPs, which will in turn increase patient numbers. So how are we going to introduce an online presence? We're going to create a website with contact information that can be used for anyone searching for the company to find a bit of a landing page with some contact information, some idea about what services are provided, just to give them a little bit of background around the company. We're going to create a Facebook page, a LinkedIn profile, so they can link with GPs and create a bit of a professional network there. As the Healthy Move is only a small business with minimal operating capital, we will focus on free and low-cost methods to do these things. So to keep keep costs as low as possible, we'll use a do-it-yourself site to create the web page. Existing professional and social networks will also be used to promote the business through Facebook and LinkedIn. So our promotional material, we're going to draft and publish a standard introduction letter that's available for sending to medical professionals to introduce yourself in the process. We're going to create a flyer with business information and the educations of the benefits. We're going to source and print industry body information flyers. So again, being mindful of the restricted budget, low cost design and printing sites similar to Vistaprint will be used to create and publish the materials. ESSA, which is the industry body, Exercise Sports Science Australia, they also provide ready-made educational resources for their members to use free of cost. These are the industry information flyers that we're talking about sourcing. So they will be put into the mix as well. We're looking to increase the number of referring GPs. So to do that, we'll identify geographical locations to break up our target areas, identify and collect some contact information for the GPs, compile that into a database of potential GPs, forward promotional packs to these GPs, either through direct face-to-face meetings if we can book them, otherwise it'll be a postal package sent across to them to introduce ourselves. There will also be a follow-up call conducted with the GPs within around a week after the package is sent or handed over to the GPs, just to see if they have any further questions or any additional information required. Looking to increase our patient numbers, obviously by educating the GPs on the services that an exercise physiologist can provide and the benefits that they have. We believe that will help with referral numbers being increased. Also looking to increase the amount of GPs that are available that are referring to the Healthy Move, which should increase our patient numbers as well in that regard. So by targeting the GPs in this project, we're able to get a little bit more bang for our buck as well. Essentially, we're recruiting these GPs to recruit patients for us. Contacting one GP can give access to their entire patient pool. So our project phases and timelines: in the initiating phase, we'll be sorting out project approval, project scope, do some stakeholder analysis, project team meetings, and creating the project charter. Planning phase, we'll sort out the work breakdown structure, allocate work, identify some suppliers and gain quotes through those guys, identify our GPs that we're going to target, a little bit of risk management, and obviously set a budget around the quotations that we've got there. Executing, we're going to do the design and print of the promotional media first up, which will allow us to work on creating a web page while that's being printed and delivered to us. We'll also be able to create the social media in that time, so Facebook, LinkedIn, those sorts of things. We'll then deliver the materials to the GPs and do the follow-up call. Some monitoring through that time will obviously be supplier delivery times, the budget, GP response if we receive any, and we'll keep an eye on the social media during that period as well. The closeout will be any patient and GP feedback that comes through to us will be used. We'll hand over the GP database to Miss O'Neill and the Healthy Move. Check in on patient numbers if they've increased during this period of time, and deal with any lessons learnt, and it will all be reported back to Miss O'Neill. So our stakeholders, obviously as the business owner and employee, Miss O'Neill has the highest level of interest and the highest level of power and must be kept informed and obviously satisfied throughout the entire process. Our GPs have a relatively low level of interest but a high level of power in that they're the ones referring the patients, so we need to manage those guys and stay in touch with them throughout. Suppliers have a low level of interest, relatively moderate to low level of power, affecting us mostly with lead times, so they must be monitored. Now, patients will always have a high interest because the services are being done directly on them and it affects their health, but they have relatively low level of power, so they must be kept informed throughout. Now, risk factors: cost, competitors, and time. Being a small business with limited resources, any great level of expenditure or commitment of time could place some significant risk on the project completion or the business in itself. Currently established competitors could also be a level of risk taking patients away from us, but there's only around 4 of these guys within a 20-kilometre radius, according to the Exercise Sports Science website. So our marketing environment, as we can see here, our current patients is a very small slice of the pie compared to the potential patients. So around 50% of the Australian population are reported to have a chronic disease. Exercise physiologists have been proven to be able to assist with the treatment and prevention of these diseases. The Central Coast population is 327,000. 50% of that gives you a potential customer base of around 163,868. Now that's quite significant when compared to our current patients of 75. Our expected outcomes with this in mind is, given the high number of potential patients, a significant increase in patient numbers is achievable. Educating doctors on the services provided and their ability will also increase referrals and the use of the EP services, which will increase cash flow to the business, create promotional material that can be used in further marketing campaigns just to assist this business out with any further campaigns or any further marketing or GP that they try to contact. So in conclusion, given the Healthy Move's lack of current marketing and awareness to local GPs, combined with potential patient numbers available in the local community, it's a reasonable assumption that a directed marketing campaign can have some significant returns here. Targeting local GPs to build a relationship will allow for a smaller budget with a higher potential for return. We'll also be using some free social media platforms and low-cost DIY, Vistaprint and do-it-yourself website creation, which will also assist in providing this small business a much lower level of risk. So thank you very much for your time. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope you have a lovely day.